Hey, what's going on? This is Dalton, Adult9095, with my spoiler review of Transformers Rise of the Beast. Now, like I said, and in the title and the thumbnail here, this is my spoiler video. If you haven't seen the movie yet, go check out my regular video and go check out the movie. So you have been warned. I'll give it just a couple more seconds for everyone to get out that hasn't seen it yet or doesn't want any spoilers. Okay, so, right off the bat, I I love this movie. Sucks that Ape Link had to die right off the bat. Um, but just seeing him, in a movie like this, just kind of a really deep cut and caught a lot of people off guard, myself included. Uh, and then the whole uh, bit with Unicron and Scourge, Unicron torturing Scourge, much like we saw with Galvatron in the original 1986 movie. I thought that was pretty cool that they brought that element of Unicron back, and using the transwarp key as a way to travel through time and space to and from the future is, a good way of introducing that element of Beast Wars into this. One other thing near the beginning was just seeing how Mirage started with the bond with Prime, and then, or not with Prime, with Noah, and then seeing that he can change his alt mode to be anything he damn near wants, which I think is a little far fetched, even for a Transformers movie. Like, I can get him turning into a Porsche, maybe the Lamborghini, but into a F1 and a garbage truck, I think that's doing a little too much, and especially with the mass shifting. But then, just seeing Air Razor get introduced early on, as far as to the other characters, they're at the museum. And again, finding out that was only half the key, and then Unicron getting pissed about it. I will say I loved, again, Scourge as a character in this movie. Really intimidating villain, I think. The theme song really works. And seeing his face without the mask at the end really gave me some Ultron vibes. Like, it looked like Ultron. Uh, and oh man, just Prime, since Bumblebee got, I guess, deactivated, shut down, basically killed. Just seeing how depressed he was after that, and seeing that, he felt like he was responsible for the loss of Cybertron, which we would have gotten to see more context behind that, especially with the scene that they got, that got cut. Apparently, with the scene with Transit, he was supposed to tell Prime how Megatron has had control of Cybertron, since he abandoned Cybertron, basically. And yeah, so that would have given some good context, but I guess it was too dark, because there's supposed to be a bunch of Decepticon bodies in the Hudson, which doesn't really work with, how much people are there, how many people are there. But, we get in, with the whole thing with Stratosphere. He was alright. He just really reminded me of the Scotsman quite a bit from Samurai Jack. Let's see what else I can talk about. I mean, this is a spoiler thing. I can talk about whatever I want. See, for some reason I'm drawing blank too. What I also thought was really cool, was just the whole thing going to Peru, Wheeljack, and now I finally get what everyone's been tweeting about with him being Beachcomber. I mean, I can see it. He acts a lot like Beachcomber. I'm talking about peace and tranquility, watching a butterfly and a caterpillar. Just, yeah, he should have been Cliff Jumper, or not Cliff Jumper, Beachcomber, because that's not Wheeljack. I mean, Wheeljack, I know, as I mentioned, we didn't even get that much of Wheeljack. We didn't get much of Rhinox. He had maybe one or two lines. Barely got anything out of Cheetor either, which is a shame. We never saw Air Razor or Ape Link in rollout mode. And I thought Primal was pretty good. Like, I mean, of course, like I said before, I mean, you're not going to get as good as Gary Chalk, but I think Ron Perlman did decent. But man, that battle at the end is what I'm real about. And then I had to lose. Eraser died because of a thing with Scourge. I guess like threw something on her that corrupted her, and then she started going crazy and losing control. And then that's how Scourge was able to find them. Of course, they brought up the dark energy, which we all should know as Dark Energon from Unicron. Yeah, Primal had to kill her to save Elena, which yeah, I mean her and Scourge were pretty much, well, then the other two Terracons are like the only permanent deaths in the movie, I think. And then Mirage's sacrifice, Bumblebee gets brought back, and then that fight scene at the end, that is just, oh, so much action. Everyone's like, oh, it's just like Avengers, but it's still great seeing the Autobots and Maximals in this battle fighting, you know, a couple of main named baddies and just a bunch of freezer drones, and then Scorponok drones. And then seeing some of that brutality come out of Optimus, them screaming, "Let me show you I'll show you the real power of a Prime." And we actually get mention of Primus, uh, which I thought was great. Yeah, we get to see some of that brutality, and then even before that, like during the fight scene, following Noah and Elena, Prime was like, I'll take back Scourge's key and take off his head. So, like, some pretty brutal Prime moments there. But overall, and then that till all are one thing, Noah saving Prime and Primal grabbing his hand before he gets sucked up into the vortex after Unicron is defeated, or after the transwarp key is destroyed. And then just hearing Arrival to Earth play as they take off from the bridge. That was fantastic. And then, of course, we get the whole end scene with him basically being recruited for G.I. Joe. So I'm interested to see the crossover and how that works out. So yeah, I mean, I don't have any bullet points written down. I'm just going based off top of my head. So that's why this is a little rambly. But yeah, I love the movie. A lot of great stuff in there. Uh, if you haven't seen it, and I've warned you, there was plenty of warnings that this is a spoiler video, so you had your chance to not be spoiled. So yeah, I mean, I still stick with my rating, 8 to 8.5 out of 10, right on par, going either above or below Bumblebee, just depending on how I feel right now. I'm still kind of got first impressions. I'm going to go see it again. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this shorter video. I tried recording this and it just did not turn out right. So hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you all next time.